Welcome to Learn You and Me. This is data source and creating pivot table based on this table. Select any cell of the table, then go to Insert tab and click on Pivot Table. As you can see, range got selected automatically. You can change it manually if you want. Click on OK. Selecting country and segment as rows value. Here I want sum of cross cell as values. As you can see, this pivot table is in compact form layout, but I require tabular form and repeat all items pivot layout. For this, select any cell pivot table, any cell of the pivot table, then click on Design tab, and in report layout click on Show in tabular form and repeat all items label. As you can see, we got perfect tabular format of pivot table. Also, I do not want these hide, show or expand collapse buttons. This pivot format is my ideal format requirement for all the pivot tables. So for each new pivot, I have to do these settings again and again. This was the only option prior to Microsoft Office version 2019. But in Excel for Microsoft Office 2019 or later versions, we can change default pivot layout. For new pivot tables, here showing you. Click on File tab, then click Options, then click on Data. Click on Edit Default Layout. Here you can change various pivot default as per your requirement. Here in Report Layout, selecting Show in Tabular Form from drop down. Clicking on Repeat all items label. Click on Pivot Table options. Here I do not want auto fit column width after refresh, hence unticking. You can change a default for each tabs as per your wish. In display tab of pivot table options, I do not want to show expand and collapse button, hence unticking. You can reset to original pivot layout by clicking on Reset to Excel Default. Also, you can import setting from already made pivot. In layout, import, select any cell of the pivot table, then click on Import. As you can see, these two got changed as per underlying pivot layout. Then click on OK, then OK. Now our pivot layout settings got changed. We will get pivot table layout as per new settings for future pivot tables. Now again creating pivot table. As you can see, by default pivot layout is in tabular form and repeating all item labels. Also there is no expand and collapse button. Since we have deactivated the auto fit column option, hence need to change column width manually. Here you can see auto fit deactivated by default, but you can activate for this pivot by ticking it and click on OK. Now when you refresh pivot by pressing Alt plus F5, then column width will auto change as per content. So this is how one can change default pivot layout. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then please subscribe, like, comment and share.